welcome to my channel. Hope you will be fine. In this video I will tell you the story of Naruto married with Sasuke female. Hope you will like this video. And please press the bell icon and subscribe to my channel and also share with your friend. Life was good when you were in love with your wife and expecting your first child. Naruto muses. It was even better though when said wife was feeling cuddly. With that in mind, he happily adjusts the water in the shower. He didn't want Suki to get scolded by hot water after all. Nor did he want her to get sprayed freezing cold water. That just wouldn't be any fun at all. Are you ready? Naruto smiles at Suki, warning Lemon. Of course, Suki smiles as she slips out of her clothes quickly and Naruto quickly joins her in the shower before pinning her against the wall. You really do have some sort of pinning fetish. Suki muses. Maybe a little. Naruto admits and he goes straight for her mating mark, causing Suki to moan and arch against him. I think it's a fox thing. She muses as she nibbles on his ear. Maybe. Mostly I just know that you aren't going anywhere. He admits and bites down lightly. Damn it. She pants out and wraps her long legs around his waist. You really shouldn't swear around Itachi. He chastises her and squeezes her ass as he presses her back further against the wall of the shower. First of all, he can't understand a word we're saying. Suki says as she takes Naruto into her hands and starts stroking him. Suki, he growls and bucks into her soft hands desperately. Secondly, considering that he's going to be a ninja, I'd say swearing is the least of the concerns he'll have. She continues and kisses his neck. Why yeah, I guess you've got a point. Naruto groans and captures one of her breasts in his mouth. Suki gasps and moans at the feeling of his hot mouth there. Such an action had always felt good, but now it felt incredible. Painfully good almost. She grinds against him insistently. You're really sensitive. Relax, I don't want to hurt you. He releases her from his mouth long enough to say, before going back to sucking. She felt his hand slide between her legs and moans. She forces him to let go of her and kisses him hotly. Naruto was surprised to find her already soaked and he didn't think it was just from the shower. He groans into the kiss. I want you now. I don't want gentle. I want you. She breaks the kiss long enough to growl into his ear lustfully. Naruto didn't need to be told twice after hearing that. He slides into her and groans. Damn it. She was so hot, wet, and tight. He never got tired of this. She always felt so good, like they were made for each other. That's better. She moans against him and rolls her hips encouragingly. She was really testing his self-control right now. The way she moaned, he sent. The sight of her ruby red eyes looking at him with desire, and the feeling of being inside her was driving him fucking nuts. But he didn't want to be too rough. He could hurt her when she was like this. He feels something cut into his back. It burned but in a good way. It took him a minute to realize it was Suki's new claws. Naruto, I said I didn't want gentle. I wanted you. Now take me just like how you would fight me, without holding anything back. She growls at him and he could see her fangs and demonic-looking eyes. For some reason, that just excited him more. He liked it when she scratched his back. He slams into her recklessly, making her moan and arch against him. Soon the moans turned to growls, desperate whimpers, and other sounds that he couldn't quite identify but only further inflamed his need for her. Yes, that was the only thing that Suki could think at the moment. It just felt so good when he slammed into his spot like that, taking her hard against the wall. She grabs onto his back tightly so she wouldn't lose his balance. She was about to mouth a sorry for scratching him, when he snarled in pleasure and hit her spot so perfectly that she came hard with a scream. Naruto wasn't far behind her. There was really no other word to describe it. He roared when he found his release. End of Lemon. Naruto pants. As he was coming down from his high, he noticed that the shower wall was now dented. Damn it, he thinks to himself as he carries her to the bed. You alright? He looks at her in concern. I'm better than alright. She smiles at him. I'm wonderful. Stop worrying so much. Yeah, maybe. He was worrying too much. Suki was right. With that thought in mind, it didn't take him long to fall asleep. It took even less time for him to have what Naruto called a dream memory. Kid, the three things that can take down any ninja are alcohol, gambling, and women. Especially the last one. Jiraiya told Naruto. Well, you're doing all three in one go, pervy sage. Hey, that's all my savings. I've been saving up forever. He flailed. Trust me. This lesson is more valuable than what I spent and I need to talk to you about something. It'd be best if you forgot her. I once tried to save a friend who went down a dark path. It didn't end well. Look how Orochimaru turned out. Jiraiya warned him. Suki's nothing like him. He snapped at Jiraiya. Maybe not, but she did go to him, willingly. If she doesn't leave him before he needs a new body, she is going to become his vessel. She won't be Suki anymore. She'll be him. You have to start preparing yourself for the worst. The white-haired ninja warned him. That's not true. We are going to save her. He protested. Some people don't want to be saved, Naruto. You might not agree with her choices, but Orochimaru didn't kidnap her. She left of her own free will. I know that you love her, but you have to start facing facts. It's very likely that she's never going to come back to the Leaf. She might die fighting Itachi or Orochimaru could take her body. If she somehow avoids death, she is still a missing ninja. The Leaf might not let her back in, and if they do, she'll have to be punished somehow. The Leaf won't tolerate desertion with no consequences. Jiraiya continued. She's going to beat him. She's not going to let that freak take over her body. And she's coming home. Naruto practically snarled at him. Kid, you got it bad. Jiraiya muttered. Poor kid. He was completely in puppy love. He just didn't know it yet. This was going to be brutal. He hoped that somehow, unlike Orochimaru, Sasuke could be saved. He didn't want to see Naruto's heart get broken. He was growing fond of the brat. Naruto had been so angry at the time that he hadn't noticed. He hadn't noticed that Jiraiya said he loved Sasuke. Years later, though, he remembered. Jiraiya had realized his feeling before even Naruto had. Damn ... how could he have been so blind? I really miss pervy Sage. He mutters to himself as he wakes up. He smiles down at a sleeping Sasuke. Naruto kisses her head and goes to make breakfast. He wanted to surprise her. Yeah, that didn't go so well. Naruto was still hopeless in the kitchen. He did find a can of tomato soup though. Sasuke liked tomatoes, so he just warmed that up. It was the thought that counted. Naruto ... why do I smell smoke? Sasuke asks when he comes back in their room. I wanted to surprise you with breakfast in bed. He says, that's sweet, but you still can't cook. She points out, yeah, still can't cook. I did get you some tomato soup though. Naruto says proudly, it's the thought that counts and I love you. She says with a smile and begins eating. I love you too, he says and runs his fingers through her hair. Oh, Itachi is definitely a kicker, she mutters. He was probably just hungry, Naruto says and rests his head on top of Suki's, pulling her into his lap. Maybe, she replies and enjoys the cuddling. You know, if someone had told me a year ago that you were a cuddler, I probably would have died of laughter. The blonde tells her, I can't help it. Sasuke shrugs. I'm pregnant. You're saying you were that needy because you were pregnant? The blue-eyed man asks skeptically. It's a real thing. She says, no way. The blonde replies, yes, way. Dad and I always enjoy being with you in that way, but the hormones just made it ... more intense. She admits. So how long should I expect my back to be your scratching post? Naruto winks at her. Not sure. Maybe until the end of the pregnancy. She states, I like this part of the pregnancy. This is much more fun than the morning sickness part. Naruto says happily. Yeah, I can't argue with that. She responds with a smile. So you want to go shopping for more baby stuff? He asks. Sure, Sasuke says and stretches. Don't stretch like that. We won't leave the room if you do that. Naruto warns her. It really doesn't take much to get you going. Sasuke says with a smirk. You're moving around. Your breasts are jiggling. That's more than enough for me. He says. My breasts do not jiggle. She scoffs. Yes, they do. Very nicely too. He argues. You are so delusional. She replies and shakes her head in amusement as Naruto gets ready. I am not. He protests as they head off. By now the people of the Leaf were used to seeing Sasuke and Naruto walk together, even though they had been a real couple for a long time and had long since stopped pretending. Naruto had kept the habit of walking with Sasuke while resting his hand on her ass. Sasuke never seemed to mind that much. Still, the villagers were amazed that the blonde could get away with this and live to tell the tale. Hey, there you guys are. Guy heads over to them. Sasuke eyes him warily. Experience told her that she was about to be longing for earplugs. She also looks at her feet. She knew that Guy's smile could result in temporary blindness. Oh hey, Guy. Naruto smiles cheerfully. Ah, the power of youth. You are looking very youthful today, Sasuke. The little one seems to be growing rather fast. He says good-naturedly. Yes, he is, Sasuke says. Oh, so I was right. It is a boy. I told Kakashi that it was a boy. He says smugly. Yeah, it's a boy. Naruto says proudly. Good. I got you a baby shower present. Guy beams. That was very sweet of you, Guy. Thank you, Sasuke says and was almost afraid to ask what the hell Guy had gotten. Anytime. Guy hands her the mini green spandex baby jumper. Thank you, Guy. How thoughtful, she says and thinks. Yeah, I'm using a fireball jutsu on this when I get home. Hideous. It's also fireproof. Guy points out. Oh ... how nice. Sasuke mutters. I thought it best. I know you are fire affinity and will likely want to get right back to training as soon as possible. He states helpfully. Yes, that's true, she says. This is so cool. Thanks, Guy. Her husband says. Sasuke looks at Naruto. She loved him dearly. He was a fantastic lover, the most loyal husband you could ask for, and he had been so supportive throughout her pregnancy. But goddamn, did he have a lousy sense of fashion. First, he wore orange. Now he actually thought this jumper ... this monstrosity was cool. Was he color blind? I'm glad you like it. Well, I'll let you two kids get back to doing whatever you are doing. He says. Baby shopping. Sasuke supplies. Oh, of course. Good luck. Let me know if there is anything I can do to help. He says. Thank you. We will. Sasuke says and sighs in relief when he was out of earshot. That jumper is getting destroyed. It is hideous. I am not going to torture our son by forcing him to wear green spandex, she states. Oh come on Suki, it's cool. Look how cute it is. Naruto protests. Naruto, are you colorblind? Suki asks. What? No, why do you ask? He replies and tilts his head in confusion. Suki could be weird sometimes. Because first you wear orange and now you think this monstrosity is cool. I love you. But you are absolutely hopeless when it comes to fashion, she says. Oh, this from the woman who wore a purple rope thing as a belt for years. Naruto protests. That was part of my uniform while at the sound. I didn't have a choice. She scoffs. Naruto says. Anyway, let's go shopping, Suki says and drags her fashion-challenged husband off. You're bossy when you are pregnant. Naruto muses. I'm not bossy. Suki protests. Sure, you are, but it's cute. Maybe we could go see how sturdy the changing room stalls are. You need maternity clothes, he reasons. I didn't think of that, she mutters. Her clothes were feeling a little tight lately, especially around her stomach. He had a point, but she was not wearing some dull floral patterned clothes. Hopefully they had a ninja maternity clothes line, something that she wouldn't feel utterly humiliated in. You are so lucky that you have me to take care of you, Naruto says with a smile and heads inside the store with her. Very lucky, Suki says, kissing him chastely. I like that one. They say blue is soothing too. You should be nice and relaxed. It's better for Itachi. Naruto smiles after returning her kiss. I really doubt that the color of the kimono is going to impact my mood, she says and shakes her head. No, this has been studied and stuff. Naruto argues. Studied and stuff. Well, now you've convinced me. Alright, I'll get this one. She relents. Good. I knew you'd see things my way, he says smugly. A baby. How far along are you? A woman asks and touches Suki's stomach as the two of them were debating colors. Suki's sharing and immediately activated. This stranger thought she had the right to touch her. Just because she was showing did not give random people the right to touch her or Itachi. She's 5 months. I wouldn't do that. Our son is very active. He likes to kick. Naruto warns her. Oh sorry. She mumbles an apology to Suki. Suki was still debating if she should kill this woman. How dare she touch her and Itachi? Thankfully, Naruto decides to save her life by placing his arm around the fuming Uchiha Uzumaki woman. It's fine, she says through gritted teeth. I'm sure he will be a little heartbreaker, especially if he gets his father's eyes. She giggles. Suki says, looking up at Naruto like, get rid of her before I kill her. Wow, look at the time. We told Kakashi that we were going to meet him an hour ago. Nice meeting you, but we really got to go, he says and leads Suki to the checkout counter. Suki, you really need to control your temper. She was just being nice. Naruto scolds her. Nice? How about you let random people touch your stomach instead? Suki growls under her breath. It's just an instinct. People are going to want to touch your baby bump. They don't mean any harm by it. He tells her. I don't like anyone touching me that isn't you. She mutters. I tend to agree with that. But she's a woman, so I don't really feel jealous. Naruto winks at her. Very funny. Suki sulks. For being such a good girl, you deserve a reward. Naruto says. Suki says. Maybe something nice and shiny. He continues. Naruto, I am not a child. I am not going to be distracted by shiny objects. Suki states. How about this? He says and places a diamond necklace on her. Well, that is beautiful. She admits and touches it in awe. Just like you then. Thankfully, the diamonds don't have your temper. He teases her and buys it. Now be a good girl and try not to kill anyone. Naruto says. You are trying to bribe me. Suki says and raises an eyebrow. Yeah, I'm totally not above trying to bribe you. Is it working? He inquires. For now it is. Suki replies and walks off with Naruto. Good. So you want to go see Kakashi? He questions her. Sure, it's been a while. The brunette states and they head to the Hokage's office. Oh Naruto, Suki, good to see you. Kakashi says. Hey, Kakashi-sensei. Thought we'd stop by and say hello. We were just doing a bit of baby shopping. Some woman touched Suki's stomach and she almost killed her. So I thought if I brought her here, maybe she'd calm down. Naruto summarizes. Oh I see. Is that a new necklace, Suki? Kakashi asks, trying to distract her from going on a rampage. Yes, Naruto just got it for me. She says smugly. I take it he used it to soothe your ire. Well done, Naruto. You know they say diamonds are a girl's best friend. He adds as an afterthought. Yeah, I know. I just really don't want anyone to die because they were an idiot. He says. Oh yes, I completely agree. You would think they would know better than to touch like Suki without her permission by now. He states. Yeah, I guess some people just don't have any common sense. I'm the only one allowed to touch her, other than medics. Naruto continues. I'm standing right here. You two know that I can hear every word you are saying, right? Suki mutters. Yeah, of course, Naruto says. Good. Then don't talk about me like I'm not here. She orders him. All right. So Suki, did you want a baby shower? Pause. Sakura was going to throw you one. Naruto says. A baby shower. Suki says in disbelief. Yeah, you know, a bunch of women get together and celebrate the one's pregnancy. Girl stuff, I guess. He says as if this was a completely foreign concept to him. No, I don't. It would mean more people touching my belly and I barely know most of them. So no, she says and crosses her arms. Suki, it'd be good if you started making more friends. You know, doing normal girl stuff. Naruto says. I tolerate Sakura, she points out, which is a start, but seriously, you'd be so much happier if you had more friends. He says, I have you and Itachi. That's all I need. Suki informs him. You are the most stubborn woman that I've ever met. He tells her, and you are the most stubborn man that I've ever met. Suki snaps at him, and that is why you two are perfect for each other. Kakashi says with a sigh.